Hello and welcome to All About Home Electronics. So in this video we're going to be taking a closer look at this 32-inch Vizio Smart TV. After a quick unbox, we're going to look at the features that are built in, and we're going to take a look at what connections are available on the back of the TV. And hopefully when you're shopping for a TV, whether it's a Vizio or a different brand, some of the information we provide here will help you decide whether or not the TV you're looking at is the right one for you. If you're not already subscribed to our channel, please hit the button at the bottom right of your screen. When we publish future tips, you'll automatically be notified. Give the video a thumbs up, and we're going to begin right after this. All right, let's dive in. These TV stands are really easy to install. Of course, you get a remote. The Vizio remote's pretty straightforward. Some foam. The TV maybe weighs 10 or 12 pounds. It's really easy to pick up. Got to mention you need power. And they actually include an actual user's manual. That's nice because not all TVs do that. The only assembly takes less than a minute. It's the TV stand. It slides in just like that. Drop 2 bolts in and tighten. And now just repeat the same thing on the other side. These are the connections on the back of the TV, starting right to left. You can hook up an antenna here or your cable television direct to this connection right here. It has one set of component cable wire connections, which is RGB, and then your red, white, and your audio. It has an Ethernet connection so that you can get internet service for the applications that are built in. We'll talk about those in just a minute. But it also has Wi-Fi built in. Now, the preferred connection would be Ethernet, but most people use Wi-Fi because it's super easy. And then here is one HDMI input. This is the most favorable input because it's digital picture, digital audio combined. Tucked away on the backside corner, there's a power button, and it performs a couple other functions, but this is only useful basically if you lose your remote, batteries go dead, or the remote breaks. Here are the side connections starting on your right. It's got a USB, so if you have a thumb drive that has photos or audio tracks, you can plug it in there and play that. There's another HDMI input, so you can connect a total of 2 HDMI devices straight to the TV. And it has 2 different forms of audio outputs. One is your digital optical, which would be the preferred because that's going to send the surround sound signal to a soundbar or other sound system. And then your left-right, which is the red-white colored RCA outputs, which is left and right stereo. So the only other thing you need to do to set the TV up, it's pretty straightforward, is you've got to connect your source or your sources. So for example, if you want to watch television, you've got to connect either an over-the-air antenna, which we have right here and we're going to do, or your cable or satellite service. Now, to hook up an antenna, in this case, you just simply slide the antenna wire right onto the cable input, and then you would want to scan for channels. We put a link at the end of this video that shows you how to scan for channels regardless of the brand of flat screen television. If you have other devices, you would want to connect them here in accordance with the owner's manuals of those particular devices. Now, if you have cable or satellite TV or fiber optic television, then chances are good you're just going to connect your HDMI wire to this HDMI input. Obviously, you're using it for your home, and select the language you want to use, which in this case we're going to be using English, and the country, in this case the USA. Select your time zone, select your terms and conditions. I accept. Register your TV. We're going to skip this for now. and select your TV signal. Again, I mentioned cable, antenna, or satellite. In this case, we're doing antenna, and we want to begin the scan. We'll come back to this in just a moment. It's still scanning for over-the-air TV channels, the free television type channels. This is going to take you a few minutes, and the number of channels and the quality of channels are going to depend upon two basic things. One is the quality of the antenna that you're using. We're actually just using a very basic, inexpensive indoor rabbit ear antenna. So if you have an outdoor antenna, you'll probably get more TV channels. The other thing that's going to affect the number and quality will be things like your distance from the actual broadcaster. The farther away you are, the less likely you are to pick up a channel. And do you have the antenna pointed in the right direction? And what are the obstructions in between the broadcaster and you? So we'll come back, but look, so far we've got 18 digital channels. Okay, so the picture's high definition. It refreshes at a rate of 60, which is slower than other high-end flat screen TVs, but for $200 you can't beat it. Now we're going to take a look at some of the smart TV features. The most common applications are available: YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon. But they also break it down into categories. Just push the remote and point it at the TV, and it'll show you your various categories: weather, news, finance, movies, TV programs. Some of the services here, they're subscription based, which means you have to pay. Some of them are free, you don't have to pay, but you do have to have internet access, and that's why these are showing up. So in summary, one of the reasons that we really like the particular Vizio Smart TV is because it's one remote control. You get access to your normal television functions, including your smart applications, all in one remote control. That makes it super easy to use. And a lot of times people ask us questions about how to use a particular feature or why isn't something working. And with this particular setup, it's built into one remote, makes it easy. Hey, we hope that this helped. Most flat screen TVs are very similar to this. In other words, they have connectivity on the back and the side that's very similar. You might get more connections with certain TVs, you might get less. You can get other features like a faster refresh rate, so the picture's a lot more smooth. And if the person likes sporting events, high action, high speed events, they might want a faster refresh rate, so take that into account. We appreciate you stopping by. Please hit the subscribe button. Hope you have a great day.